What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you a taking down the Town Hall 10 video from our last random war against Elite Kingdom or something like that. Also, a little bit of a prelude that we're going to have a friendly war recap shortly thereafter. It's going to be really exciting. We did a little bit of a 2-hour, like a 1-hour prep day, 2-hour battle. I'll show some of those replays in a different video, but this is the actual true friendly inter-family scrimmage, One Hive versus One Hive Prime. Really looking forward to that. Spoiler alert, I already raped D-Sal. But let's go, that's not what this video is about. Let's go ahead and talk about Town Hall 10s. Alright, I have one here. Yeah, Elite Kingdom is who we matched up against. Okay, so Dwarf is who's going to start this off on number 12. So Dwarf's going to start off this Town Hall 10 attempts. He's going to do a avalanche, basically a go-weebo, golems and wizards, and then CC bowlers. I really like how he takes these minions here to clear out. All of this is all uncovered, this entire right side, so really smart identification and exploitation by Dwarf. And then he's going to start he's going to start the avalanche at the top right here. Actually three wizards on the top left. He's already got those new level 6 wizards at a Town Hall 9 level. Really nice, buddy. I'm super jelly. Clears out the funnel here with the BK being aggroed onto with this golem, and then he opens up the wall and reroutes them inward. So nice little, almost begging for it in a way, that there's this dead space in the core here in a U-shaped faction. So he's just going to take the breadcrumbs that is given to him by Bladed Drunk here. Jump in, and he brings bridges of the core just a little bit to make sure that he has access to the Infernal, both on multi, and it was surprising for me that his bowlers actually made it that far to the first Infernal Tower, but it definitely did. He's got 2 other full healthy golems, the remaining portion of his tank squad, heading into this queen, which has a Quad Tesla farm behind her. Interesting base design. Really more of a Town Hall 9 converted to a Town Hall 10. And, you know, an avalanche was a good thing to do here, but he peters out right about here. He just lacks the firepower with this queen now gone and the bowlers gone, fell victim to the Infernal Tower. But what we established for here is you can see where the 4 of the 5 giant bombs are, where the Tesla farm is, what's in the CC, and it's basically proven that this entry definitely works should someone want to use it, like a boner strategy or something like that. So we're back out of here. Nice job, Dwarf. And then we're going to go into the next one. Starting off with the second attack, we have Diesel, a Town Hall 10, making the attempt here. Does not do the opening that was tested out and at least experienced from Dwarf. He's going to, except for the minions on the far right, so he still gets the minions, sees where a air mine was, rather. But still a nice little funnel on the right-hand side, exploits that. For some reason, when he put down the golem, wasn't exactly placed the way that he wanted to, or maybe he had anticipated the golem to reroute to this archer tower, and it didn't. So the golem basically bangs on the wall, and then at this point, the approach is broken. It's not going to work. He's got his royals splitting on him, his bowlers going on the left side, heavy on the bowlers for the entry, going to do a boner attack, but with the bowlers leading the charge towards the Infernal Tower, that's a multi-internal Infernal Tower, it's not going to last very long, and they're trying to salvage what he can. He just basically spams out the miners that he wants to just try to salvage what he could with this, but given that the golem didn't behave in what he anticipated to, the raid was done before it really started. Really unfortunate. Good try, Diesel. But what we can gather from this is the golem behavior is really important to make sure that you set it on the closer to the right-hand side, because it won't reroute if you place it on the left towards the middle, which I believe was the game plan for this. So yeah, reestablishes, from the information we got for the next attacker, is it reestablishes the viability of the entry that Dwarf did with his avalanche. So we're going to get out of here and look at the third attempt. So with Savage, he had another Town Hall 9 attempting. He's going to go old school go wee wee. This is interesting to see as well. He doesn't do the entry from the top. He enters from the bottom. And the main reason why is that there's a lot of splash damage towards the top that he'd have to deal with or combat with. I guess it's split out a little bit, but he saw an angle here towards the right, hopefully with the bowlers that would quickly take out this splash damage and the timing differential that the motor has by its rate of fire. He thought he could overwhelm that. The bowlers would take out that splash damage, and then his witches become really viable because their main threat is the splash damage. Plus, there's a double giant bomb up here by this wizard tower and X-bow that we saw from information from Dwarf. But look at how tanky these witches are. Just another, basically it's another approach to see how this angle might suit the next Town Hall 10 to try to clear this base. It's not, you can see from it that there's a lot left on flanking sides of the defenses. So if anything, it just really shows how effective these the buff on these witches are. They just take about 4 or 5 splash damage shots from right here. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 splash damages from max Town Hall 9 against a level 2 witch. I mean, they're really beefy. So if anything to gather from this, I thought that was a good takeaway to see just how much beefier the witches are for a go wee wee strategy. Really interested to try the whole go wee wee. But a different approach from this, showing, again, in my opinion, it looks as though these attempts here after Dwarf is really just reaffirming the effectiveness and viability of the entry that the Avalanche did that Dwarf on the very beginning. So we're going to back out of here and see what the next attacker does with that information. Here we have a Town Hall 10 trying a hobo, a Town Hall 10 hobo. He's got 13 back-end hogs, but his main attacking forces is 14 bowlers. And he's got a golem to enter the way, to tank for his queen on the left here. Not doing the entry that Dwarf did, but trying out another one. Seeing some different angle on this. He's got a hog to help create the funnel, to basically erase these defenses here, and then continue the queen. Look at just 2 hogs. Tripped over the fifth giant bomb that wasn't known into this, actually was known from the attempt that Diesel did. But now he's got the golems heading the way that he wants. They're heading towards the middle, and he's going to try to exploit the channel that this base by design is giving with CC bowlers in there. He's got at least 20 bowlers with back end hogs. I believe the heal was for the hogs, but I don't believe that he ends up using it with freezing the back end Inferno. Trying to get those bowlers to step up into it under rage, and will they get it just in time? They do. So, and he saves a lot of bowlers that are just standing in the core, but the ability of the queen is gone, and the BK and some bowlers at the top decide to basically break out and go for a walk. So the directing of his main attacking squad split on him, and they lose out on the direction that they were heading towards the core to get to that queen and the Tesla farm. So again, the entry didn't pose well for what he was going for. However, that he does still have 9 hogs left over. He's going to try. He's holding on to them to see if he can try to salvage what he can. Almost act like tanks for the bowlers in a way, because they are a little bit more fragile now. From my experiences in the wars so far and friendly challenges and things like that, I really can't tell all that much of a difference of the attempt to try to calm down bowlers. There's still really a viable troop at Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10. I seriously don't notice anything. That's just my opinion, though. Then he sends in his hogs now that he's trying to basically sneak them past this Archer Queen. Hopefully the bowlers might have rerouted to help out the BK, but it didn't work out, and it ends into the teeth of the Tesla farm. So that doesn't clear it either. So we're going to back out of here and finally see the 5th and final clear of number 12 with Indicut. And seeing all the other attacks before him, what entries seem to be the most viable and get the most return for your investment of troops? He's going to do a balanced, not so heavy on the bowler side, minions on the far right still, to ensure that his main attack, basically for his miners. but he's going to see that his kind of a start of a 3-phase attack where he's got investment of just about 8 or 7 minions to take care of a funnel side, and then the second phase of his attack is his golem and bowlers and royals to head down this queue here with a jump for this section by the air defense and a jump down here to get access to the archer queen. You'll see how he keeps his army moving. 2 golems, about 8 or so or 10 bowlers, and then his flanking or complementary force, his third phase of his attack, the miners. So if I pause here, look at this alley that these miners have. This is what you're aiming for when you're trying to do a boner attack. This kill squad will erase everything up into this line, and then he's going to send his miners from this direction, and the path that they take coming down here is all about 8 to 10 tiles, and that's really where you get the most maximum effectiveness of those grouped up miners together. It was how you're intended, how the bonus strategy is intended to be used. But you have the miners as a flanking squad. So he's got his golems in the corner here, and the bowlers on the rage. They just gut the entire core. Then he starts his miners on the right hand side. Got more than what he bargained for, which is a great thing. I mean, the bowlers could have took everything from the right, but then his miners come to join up the squad. They hit that bomb tire, as you can see on the far right, which did little damage because it's not maxed out yet. But you can see that they do have somewhat of an impact on mass armies coming through. The other thing, if you notice, look how long these miners take to go underground. Look at that full second delay. So keep in mind the impact that has on the 1, 2, 3 point defenses he has left with the Tesla that is taking care of the golem and the Expo took care of the queen. But just pay attention to how these miners behave. I don't remember seeing anything in the notes about this, but everybody's experiencing it. He's got 1 heal left, and they're definitely stuttering. There's a noticeable stutter, which I actually support. I mean, it really just added another layer of difficulty. You gotta respect your miners a little bit more now. They're not so, plop them down and then don't fall asleep rather. So sends in the healer on this aspect. But that noticeable hesitant delay is really going to have an impact on miner strategies in general. And I'm really excited to see how Town Hall 10 and 11 strategies evolve because of this noticeable step. I believe it's more so impactful than the attempts to nerf or mitigate bowlers in a way by making them weaker. I think this stutter effect has huge implications on Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11 strategies. So nice job. Way to bring down that Town Hall 10 in the cut. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you got to be better than the double, and I will check you next time.